Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 2 English lesson on conjunctions. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English language arts, grade 2, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of conjunctions. All right, so our chapter is conjunction. Our subject is English language arts, grade 2. And the lessons that we're going to be focusing on is to use conjunctions. All right. So, conjunctions, right? So, conjunctions are words like and, but, or, and so, right? And conjunctions are words, or it's used to put words as well as sentences together. So we use and, right? And we'll use and to show that things go together. And an example is Greg and Kate. Here we're joining words. Greg and Kate are playing a game. We basically just joined that two words, which is Greg and Kate, and now we're saying what they're doing. Now we're going to join sentences, right? And it says, we went to the zoo. That's one sentence. Now, and we use and to join these two sentences. A second sentence. Second sentence, we saw some lions. So we went to the zoo and we saw some lions. So we went to the zoo and we saw some lions. All right. Then we can also use but. Remember, we said our conjunctions are words like and, but, or so. So we use but, and that is to show that things are different or to even show that it is opposite. And if we look at an example of the conjunction but, and then we're gonna, this is now a sentence that we, two sentences that we're joining, right? I want to read, but my sister wants to play with me. So it's like they're doing two different things. I want to read, but my sister wants to play with me. And then we have the conjunction or. So we use or to show a choice. So it's either this or it's that. So when we use the word or, it's like to show a choice. And if we look at an example, right, we can say, do you want to go to the zoo or to the park? Which means that this person is giving the child or is giving someone an option, right? So it's either you can go to the zoo or you can go to the park. That is the option. We can either go to the zoo or we can go to the park. That's an option or choice, right? Another example, right, is where we say Aaron can ride his bike to school or he can walk. So yeah, Aaron also has a choice but to ride his bike to school or he has a choice to walk. All right. Then lastly, we also have another conjunction which is so. And we use so to show that something happens because of something else. And an example is today is my birthday, so my mom baked a cake. So something happens because of something else, right? Which means that it is my birthday today. So my mom baked a cake. Or we can say my mom baked a cake because it's my birthday today. All right. So once again, we said that conjunctions, right? Conjunctions are words like and, but, or, and so. And conjunction, it joins words as well as sentences, right? It joins words as well as sentences. Yes, but, or is the word. We can also say conjunctions are connectives because remember, conjunctions are, I can either say they are joining words or they connect either words or they connect sentences, right? So they either join words together or they connect words or sentences together. That is a conjunction. So, yes, we can even say it is connectives, right? And when we say join words, then it's like, for example, two names, or if it's sentences, then it is two simple sentences that is being joined together by using one of our conjunctions, right? And then it basically creates one sentence thereafter. So it is connectives that is correct also. It's either joining words or connectives, or connecting the words or sentences. All right. So before we go to aplusstudents.ca, and before we go on to doing our activities there as well as our test, let us first try this activity and then we'll go to aplusstudents.ca. All right, it says spot Rex are my two pet rats. We need to choose the words either and, but, or so. So we're going to use one of these words to in order to to answer the question. So we're going to fill in one of those words to complete the sentences. Yeah, that's the correct word to use. All right, so spot Rex are my two pet rats. Spot, Rex are my two pet rats. Spot, Rex are my two pet rats. If they are your two pet rats, right, both of them, and then we're going to say Spot and Rex are my two pet rats because remember when we use the word or is used as a choice, right? It's like saying Spot or Rex, right? That's you choosing between Spot or you're choosing between Rex, right? But if you're saying are my two pet rats, then it means that both of them, they go together. Both of them are your two pet rats, right? So and is our correct answer. Chad, Alex play in the same park. Chad, Alex play in the same park. Are we going to say Chad and Alex, Chad but Alex, Chad or Alex, or Chad so Alex play in the same park? All right. And if we choose the correct conjunction, then we can say Chad and Alex, they play in the same park. So Chad and Alex play in the same park. So well done. And is correct, right? Because it means that both of them, they go together, so which means that both of them are playing in the same park. The next one says, did Mary eat alone with Kate? Did Mary eat alone with Kate? So do we say, did Mary eat alone and with Kate? Did Mary eat alone but with Kate? Did Mary eat alone or with Kate? Or do we say, did Mary eat alone so with Kate? All right. And if we choose the correct conjunction, then we can say, did Mary eat alone or with Kate? Because it's like asking, like, did she eat alone? Like she had a choice, but to either eat alone or to eat with Kate. Because now that is the question that is being asked. Did she eat alone or did she eat with Kate? So well done. Or is correct. Bring your bicycle inside. Put it in the yard. This is a choice. So bring your bicycle inside, put it in the yard. What is the correct conjunction? It shows a choice. All right, so if we look at the sentence, right, we can say, bring your bicycle inside or put it in the yard, which means that this person has an option of either putting the bicycle outside, leaving the bicycle outside, or let's say they have a choice of bringing the bicycle inside or to leave it outside in the yard. So you can either bring the bicycle inside or leave it outside in the yard. So well done. Or is correct because it shows a choice, right? Either inside or in the yard. Mrs. McKnight forgot to wear her gloves. Her hands are cold. Mrs. McKnight forgot to wear her gloves. Her hands are cold. Mrs. McKnight forgot to wear her gloves. Do we say and her hands are cold, but her hands are cold, or her hands are cold, so her hands are cold? I'm going to read it again. Mrs. McKnight forgot to wear her gloves. Her hands are cold. Not and. So, yes, if you don't wear your gloves, your hands are going to be cold, right? But if I forget to wear my gloves, right? Then it's like saying, I forgot to wear my gloves. So that's the reason why my hands are cold. So here we're going to say, Mrs. McKnight forgot to wear her gloves. So her hands are cold, which means that it's like saying Mrs. McKnight forgot to wear her gloves. That's the reason why her hands are cold, right? If we had to say her feet are cold and her hands are cold, right, then it means that two are going together. But she forgot to wear her gloves, so her hands are cold, which means that if she had worn her gloves, her hands wouldn't have been cold, right? But well done for trying. So is the correct answer. So well done, guys, for trying. Let's do the last one, then we go to A plus students.ca. I ate breakfast. I had a glass of milk. This is two stuff that is going together. So do we say I ate breakfast and I had a glass of milk? I ate breakfast, but I had a glass of milk. I ate breakfast or I had a glass of milk. Or do we say I ate breakfast, so I had a glass of milk? These two are, are going together. It goes together. It's like saying you have your breakfast over here, and next to your bowl of porridge, you have your glass of milk. So I have my bowl, glass of milk. All right, then if we choose the correct answer, we will say I ate breakfast and I had a glass of milk, which means that I had my bowl of porridge, or I had my farm breakfast, or I had my pancakes, and I had a glass of milk, right? Which means that I had both of that. As I had a spoon of my cereal, I had a glass of my milk, right? So it is and because it goes together, right? But well done, guys. Well done. All right, so now we're going to A plus students.ca, and we said our chapter is conjunction, and the lesson that we're going to be focusing on is to use conjunctions. Yes, and is correct. All right. So once again, before we continue, we said that conjunctions such as words like and, but, or so. So, and, but, or so, they are conjunctions, right? Specifically coordinating conjunction. So, and, but, or, and so, they are conjunctions. And conjunctions are used to put words or sentences together, right? It's like one of you said it is connectives, right? Because it connects the two words. Or we can say it is joining words, right? So these words are used to join words or to join sentences, right? So it is used to put words and sentences together. We can even say it is used to connect words and sentences, or we can say it is used to join words and sentences, right? And we said we use and to show that things go together, this and that. I'm having both. We are doing things together, we use and. Then we can use but, and but is to show that things are different or opposite. I want to do something, but my friend wants to do something different. I want to do something, but my sister wants to do whatever. I want to do maths, but my body wants to do English, right? I want to ride my bicycle, but my body wants to play PlayStation. That is how we use the word but. Then we use or, and or is used to show a choice. It's like saying it's either this or it's that. We can go to the park or we can go to the zoo. We can go to the pools or we can go to the beach, like to the ocean, to swim in the beach, feel the waves, right? We can either play outside or we can play inside with our Xbox, right? That is or, and that shows a choice. And then we have so, and so is used to show that something happens because of something else, right? My hands are freezing, right? Because I did not wear my gloves, which means that I've got to put on my gloves. So my hands are freezing. One thing happened because of another thing. My hands are freezing because of the fact that I did not put on my gloves, right? That is so. All right, so now let us do our activity and then we go on to our test. Dad will make soup for dinner. He will just get a pizza. So dad will make soup for dinner. Do we say and he will just get a pizza? Or do we say dad will make soup today? Or he will just get pizza, but he will just get pizza, so he will just get pizza. What is the correct conjunction that we need to add over there? We still have 15 minutes left. So we are not done yet. We have 15 or 14 minutes left. All right. So if we choose the correct or the base conjunction, right, to complete the sentence, and then we're going to say, Dad will make soup for dinner, or he will get a pizza. So it's like Dad asking us, what would you like for dinner? It's either I can, cook up a pot of soup, or we can just get takeout and have pizza. So you have a choice, right? Either to have soup for dinner or to get pizza, right? So or is correct because it's a choice. It's a choice of soup or it's a choice of pizza. So or is correct. Well done. The elevator was broken. We took the stairs. The elevator was broken. We took the stairs. Do we say the elevator was broken and we took the stairs? Do we say the elevator was broken but we took the stairs? The elevator was broken or we took the stairs? Or is it the elevator was broken so we took the stairs? What is the correct word? The correct conjunction? The elevator was broken. We took the stairs. Something happened, right? The elevator was broken. This is why we had to take the stairs. Something happened because of something else. So it's not or. Remember, or is a choice. It's like saying, I will take the elevator or I will take the stairs. That is when we use the word or. But here it says the elevator was broken. It means that you didn't have a choice but to do something else, but to take the stairs. So what is the conjunction that we're going to use? It's not or, because or shows a choice. And in this case, the person doesn't have a choice but to use the stairs. Not and, because it's not going together. Because remember, we can't go on the elevator and on the stairs at the same time. All right, so if we choose the correct one, we will say the elevator was broken, so we took the stairs, right? Remember, we said we use so because something happened because of something else. The elevator was broken, so we took the stairs, meaning that we didn't have a choice but to take the stairs, and that was because the elevator was broken, right? Yes, so is correct. So well done. So is correct. Right? So we took the elevator. The elevator was broken. Sorry, the elevator was broken. So we took the stairs. We did not have a choice. So is correct. Well done, everybody. Okay, one last one, and then we're going on to our test. My best friend moved away. Now I write letters to her. My best friend moved away. Now I write letters to her. Something happens because of something else. My best friend happened. Something else. I don't have, I'm writing a letter. Not and. Something happens because of something else. Something happens because of something else. Something happened, meaning I'm writing letters to her now because she moved away, right? My best friend moved away, so we can say so Now I write letters to her, right? Here it says we use so to show that something happens because of something else, right? Remember when we use or is a choice, right? Or is a choice. It's like saying, I can either write a letter to my friend or I can send an email, right? Or let's say I can either post the letter or I can send an email, or I can either write a letter or I can video call her. That is when we use the word or. It's a choice to show how I will contact her. But in cases like this, where we say my best friend moved away, now I write letters to her. That means that you don't have a choice, right? Because your best friend moved away. But well done, guys. Well done, everybody. All right, now we're going on to our test, right? Where we are going to be using conjunctions. And we're going to complete the sentence with the best conjunction. Eddie cleaned out his desk. Do we say, and he threw away all his broken pencils? Or do we say, Eddie cleaned out his desk, but he threw away all his broken pencils? Eddie cleaned out his desk. He threw away all the broken pencils. All right, so we're going to say Eddie cleaned out his desk and he threw away all his broken pencils. Because once we start cleaning, we are throwing away everything, right? Everything that is broken, that is too small, we're throwing it away. So well done. And is correct. Dad hasn't eaten all day. Do we say so he must be really hungry? Or do we say dad hasn't eaten all day or he must be hungry? Something happens because of something else. Dad hasn't eaten all day. He must be hungry. All right, so we can say dad hasn't eaten all day. So he must be hungry, meaning him is very hungry because he did not eat all day. So well done. So is correct. Something happens because of something else. Well done. I opened the gate. Do we say, or the dog stayed in the yard? Or do we say, I opened the gate, but the dog stayed in the yard? I opened the gate. The dog stayed in the yard. All right, and if we choose the correct word, we'll say, I opened the gate, but the dog stayed in the yard. So well done, everybody. Amy isn't feeling well. Do we say, or she's resting in bed today? Or do we say, Amy isn't feeling well, so she's resting in bed today? What is the correct conjunction? Something happens because of something else. Amy isn't well, or she's resting in bed today. Or do we say Amy isn't well, so she's resting in bed today? And if we choose the correct one, we can say Amy isn't feeling well, so she's resting in bed. Meaning she's resting in bed because she's not feeling well, right? Something happens because of something else. So well done, guys. Miss Stud grew up in New York. Do we say, but she lives in Oregon now? Or do we say, Miss Stud grew up in New York, or she lives in Oregon now? Which one is the correct one? Miss Stud grew up in New York. She lives in Oregon now. All right, so we can say Miss Stud grew up in New York, but she lives in Oregon now. So well done. All right, let's do the last one and then we are done with our lesson. The lake is covered with ice. Do we say, so now we can go ice skating? Or the lake is covered with ice, or now we can go ice skating? What is the correct conjunction or the best conjunction to complete the sentence? All right. And if we choose the correct conjunction, then we will say something happened because of something else. So we'll say the lake is covered with ice. So now we can go ice skating. Great job, everyone. Well done. All right. So that is now the end of our lesson on conjunctions. We said conjunctions. It either joins words or sentences, or we can say it connects words and sentences, or it puts words and sentences together, right? Conjunctions are words such as and, but, or, and so. And when it comes to conjunctions, right, and is used when we are putting two things together, when it goes together, right? And then each one of the other words of the conjunction has its own specific functions as to how the sentences or the words are being joined. All right, but that is not the end of our lesson. Thank you very much, grade twos, for joining the interaction of our lesson. I really hope that you have a better understanding of what conjunctions are. Right? So have a good evening, and we'll see each other next time. Goodbye. You're welcome.